Bam, there we are, live. Good morning. Welcome to the Mañana no Mas morning check-in. I'm your host of Mañana no Mas, Kurt Van Anen, and it is January 5th, 2021, and I'm super excited to be here, and I hope that you're excited to be here too. It has been an eventful couple of days. I'll tell you what. Um, 2021 has launched. It's unveiled, right? 2021's here. And I don't want to make this about the new year. I don't want to make this like some weird fictitious date we pull out of the air and go, this is the day everything changes. Because it's not that. But man, I'm excited to be productive and active and to see the harvest come in that I was talking about last night, just to be honest with you. Um, Yesterday, I started two different webinar series. I started one by Russell Brunson. It's a daily 5-day challenge. The Russell Brunson thing is about growing your mail list and growing your audience, and it's something that I'll just be transparent. I really feel like I've got great product, I've got great messaging, but I'm missing an element in growing the community. If you've been following me for the last year, you'll know that I'm super consistent on the content, but maybe I haven't done the best in reaching out to new people and growing the community. So I was really interested in what Russell Brunson had to teach. Obviously, he is going to be pushing his lead magnet ideas. He's going to be pushing his funnels, right? He is the author of ClickFunnels and how that whole thing works. But as we are getting ready to launch our own online community building product, see, I'm giving you a little bit more and more on this project, right? But as we're about to launch our own online community building product in February, I wanted to make absolutely sure that, I'm hitting on all 8 cylinders. I want to make sure I'm adding as much internal knowledge to this as I possibly can. One of the things that Russell talked about just this morning in his talk was he said it's important to give people the story. It's important to let people understand, how you learn or earn your way to be able to teach in these areas. And so, if you've been following me for the last year, you know how I've learned and earned, right? I've put in the work, I've put in the time, and I think I've really structured a great way to help people build their online audience. So I'm super, super stoked to do this. And I'm quite honestly super stoked to do it for myself. The more value that I can add to people in this community, the more accomplished I'm going to feel, whether it's a dollar value or just folks, gleaning value from it. To me, it's that feeling of being of good use, that feeling of, having societal equity, right? I'm like making up terms here. I don't even know if that's a real thing or not. But anyway, Russell Brunson was one of them. The other thing was Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone's doing a thing. Instead of doing a daily challenge, he's doing a weekly challenge. And so for the next week, he's got people writing down their goals. What's your goal? He wants you to write it down at night. He wants you to write it down in the morning. What are your goals, man? Just take a couple minutes, write down your goals as fast as you can, and make the goals big. And what's funny is, you'll hear people say, "Oh, don't make goals so big that you can't attain them because you'll hurt yourself." And then he's the opposite. He's like, make goals you can't do in a lifetime. He goes, make a goal that you'll fail at, because even if you fail at an awesome goal, if you got 60% of that goal, that's probably better than 100% of a regular goal you'd make for yourself. Right. And so everyone's got a different methodology about how they think about goals and goal setting. Obviously, if you took a look at the courseware that I have in the Mañana no Mas Academy, you'd know that goal setting is very important to me. I've got the goal setting course, which is a short course. I've got the Goal 365 course, which is a whole year of breaking out your goals and breaking them down into pieces. And then I've got the Mañana no Mas Disciplined Mind, which is really about goal setting, right? But it's about implementing and being disciplined to chase those goals. And so goal setting and setting goals is very important to me personally. And it was kind of cool to see Grant go through his talk last night on those two things. So right when you're thinking, wow, Kurt's got the whole world wrapped around his finger, he knows everything. No, I don't. As I'm telling you, I am employing the expertise of others daily in my life. I talk to you about the 5-minute journal almost every day. I mention The Leader's Heart by John Maxwell almost every day. This John Maxwell book, to me, I'm a person of faith, and he opens up with a piece of scripture and then a description of how he interprets that scripture for a leader. And this year, I'm actually writing notes in the book so that I'll have something to review when it comes around next year. And these are all things that I think help me mentally to prepare for the day and execute throughout the day. Another book that I had just read talking about experts, right? This is someone that Grant Cardone made fun of last night, right? He said everybody's trying to pay off debt and get out of debt and be cash happy and follow the Dave Ramsey plan. But Grant says, hey, if you're chasing a goal that's big enough, if you want to build a hospital, you're going to have to take on some debt. That was the line he used. And so, depending upon your stage of life, your walk, your steps, you have to make decisions on who you're going to listen to or what your goals lead you to. And to me, I find it all super, super just incredible to take in. If you are on the mail list, if you're not on the mail list, get on the mail list, right? Go to mañananomas.com, click Academy. On that homepage, you'll see a form that says join the newsletter list. Do that. Every day this year, I've sent out some type of inspirational piece. I haven't tried to sell a thing yet. It's just, hey, let me give you this. Let me give you that. The first two that I did this year was kind of like overcoming fear and taking some kind of action, right? Tomorrow is going to be the first piece about journaling. And as you know, journaling's made a difference in my life. So I wanted to share some pieces on journaling with people in the community. So tomorrow is going to be the first episode or article on a benefit of journaling. Gives you access to get more information on journaling if you like. And then I've already got a plan for the day after that to hit you with another one on journaling, right? So journaling from two different perspectives. So I'm super excited about that. Now, the one that comes out on today's Tuesday. So the one that comes out on Thursday would probably interest Andrew S. Oakes quite a bit. He is a stress coach. And the article that I wrote that's going to be published on Thursday is about using journaling to alleviate stress. And so I know that Andrew will like that one quite a bit. So hopefully he sees that and shares that with his whole network, right? Just like I pimp Andrew Eggleton, Andrew Oakes, Timothy Morgan with Giver Marketing. That's another thing that I did today. So there was a webinar with Giver Marketing. Giver Marketing has a private group on Facebook. I implore you to join that. Stacy, Tim, Corey, awesome people. They put out a thing just about every Tuesday, I believe. And every Tuesday morning, they get people together through Giver Marketing, and they give out some secrets of some digital marketing and how to, with ethics, build your business. And so those are great, great, great folks. And I endorse them wholeheartedly. So I listened to them. I did the Russell Brunson thing. I'm doing some work with BRP, right? Because I have a contract with BRP now, my power sports training. So I'm super excited about that. And I'll work with that stuff throughout the day. And then later, I will take care to document my goals for the Grant Cardone exercise and get ready to see him again next week. So, guys, I might seem like my energy level is through the moon. I might seem like, man, there's so much going on. Or you might watch this video and think, oh my goodness, how does Kurt do this stuff? Like this is ridiculous. How does Kurt do? It's simple. When I left Suzuki in January of 2020 and didn't have the shield of corporate America to kind of, embrace me, and people will have different terms for that. But when I wasn't imprisoned by corporate America, I had that obligation to be there a certain time every day, right? Well, what's cool about doing contracts or about working on projects is that if you are efficient and if you are productive and if you use high energy in your high energy times, you're able to produce at an alarming rate. For instance, BRP had a book, 75, 76 pages that was written, and they needed someone to proofread, edit that book down. I did that over the holiday, right? So I absorbed my contract with them midway through December. And although the company was closed, I thought, well, let's add value to them, as I can be productive. And so I proofread the entire book for them and gave them corrections on that book at the beginning of the year. right? So that's a way that you add value and you use your time effectively, productively, efficiently. You picking up what I'm laying down? So I generally get up about 5 o'clock in the morning every day. Used to be 3:30. I found that to be a little too early for me. So now I get up about 5 o'clock in the morning every day, weekends included, typically. And I will, sneak downstairs, make a pot of coffee. I'm still dependent on caffeine, so I will make a pot of coffee, fire up the laptop, and I'll just start. Like, what are the messages that came in? What's first I do the journaling, right? I work on my attitude and get my attitude straight, and then what are the messages? What are the social notifications? What are and I go and I clean that stuff up. Once that stuff is cleaned up, I can jump on and I can help the folks at Lifter LMS, right? Because I'm still helping them with some software services. So I help the folks with Lifter LMS and I get those tools turned on. While those tools are turned on, right? Because I get notifications if people need help. So while that tool's turned on, I start orchestrating my day. I look at my calendar and I go, what did Calendly schedule for me today? How many meetings do I have with new friends on LinkedIn? How many 15-minute get acquainted sessions do I have coming up today? What email messages do I need to reply to, right? And then I go through and just check my stuff. Typically by 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, I am so far ahead of what people in my time zone are doing at 9 o'clock in the morning that the day is mine, right? Like, okay, so now how do I make myself continue to be productive and continue to push forward? And then by 12:30, 1 o'clock, I grab myself something to eat. I check in with the family because everybody's homeschooled here, so I check in with the family. How's everybody doing? Get something to eat, take a little break. And then maybe by 3, 4 o'clock, it's time to go and do another round of cleanup on messages and notifications, right? And so when you guys see what I do and you see the content and you see the production and you see everything that's going on, you'll say, well, how does Kurt do that? Or what makes Kurt think he's an expert in this? And I'm telling you that I have learned and earned my way to figure out a process that allows me to be super productive and efficient. And so I implore you, find whatever that magic sauce is for yourself. If you want to take what I do and try and emulate that, or if you want to reach out to me, or if you're interested in some of the gobs of content that I've got available for personal development, efficiency, goal setting, what's a key performance indicator, how to follow it, how to be fit, right? How to transform physical fitness into fiscal fitness. If you have any of that stuff that you need further information, education, or access to, hit me up on the contact link at Mañana No Mas. And man, I will be thrilled to spend some time with you. Listen, I've got things that I've got to get to. So I'm going to cut this one short and get rocking and rolling. But I did want today's Mañana No Mas morning check-in to have value. And I hope that I brought you that today. Wanted to be transparent, let you know some of my sources. If you are a digital marketer and you're looking for ways to do things on your own, grow your email list, things like that, man, Dave Gambrell is a wealth of information on Facebook. He goes live almost every day, just like I do. Uh, gosh, Giver Marketing, if you want to have a network of marketing professionals that you can link to through the Giver Marketing Network, boom, those are your folks. If you need a membership or learning website, hello, I'm the guy that can do that for you. I am an expert in setting that stuff up and making that a reality. So if you're like, hey, I want to put a community together and teach them how to knit, I'm your guy. If you want to teach someone how to be a bicycle mechanic, I'm your guy. If you're in the power sports industry, if you're in the bicycle industry or boating industry, and you're thinking, man, I need someone to help me with my content, I'm your guy. That kind of stuff I can wrap that stuff up all day long. And so as we move forward through 2021, I really want to grow this community. I really need you to share the YouTube channel, share the podcasts, share the LinkedIn pages, share the Facebook pages, and share the Mañana No Mas website. I say this because if you understood just how much content I've got stored in this hard drive and how much wealth and added value I can bring folks. Um, Man, buckle up. I've got a great plan for this year to just keep paying it forward and sending the message out. And you know what? I believe that the more I send out and the more positive energy I can promote and the more information I can share with you, I believe that through that process, people will recognize me as an expert and come to me when they need the help. So, and when that happens, that generates the revenue, right? You guys have a blessed, fantastic day. Know that I love you. And, let's buckle up. Today's the 5th, and we've been promised something crazy happening on the 6th. So, buckle up. Let's get ready for it. And remember, no matter what happens through the election process, through the COVID process, through the nonsense that surrounds us externally in our environment, uh, whatever happens in those arenas, if you are the provider for your home, you still need to find a way to maximize your opportunities and move forward regardless of the conditions that you exist in. Am I right? So if that's the case, engage. Join this community. Find a community that works for you. But if you want to talk to me about opportunities, we've got a course in there about capitalizing on opportunity. So, man, if you're the breadwinner of your home, don't go down these crazy rabbit holes and lose hours of your life that you won't get back. I'm not saying, be willfully ignorant and stupid, but don't over leverage your time on distractions when you have productivity and efficiencies that you need to execute to be productive for your family. All right. That sounded kind of like I'm slapping somebody's wrist. I'm not thinking of anyone in particular, but I just want to caution people to constantly stay on the move, stay engaged, stay productive, stay efficient. And through that, when you pick up extra information that interests you, that's fantastic. But try to avoid these rabbit holes and getting sucked down into these recommended videos, recommended algorithms, and all this kind of stuff, because it will bleed you dry and dissolve your attitude. And it's super important to me that your attitude stay up here so that you can produce